sidewalk in Lancaster. He's now considered a person of interest in his wife's death. We're live with reaction from a devastated community, and we're hearing from that woman's parents. Plus, the search for this missing 7-month-old continues in Yucaipa. The new clue, police now have in the case. But we begin with the dangerous heat that begins tomorrow and stays with us for the rest of the week. We're talking triple-digit temperatures for many of us. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. That also means the potential for extreme fire danger. Red flag warnings go into effect in just 10 hours. The coast, one of the only places to beat the heat in the days ahead. We have live team coverage for you on the weather and how cities are preparing. But let's start with meteorologist Shauna Mendiola, who's tracking it all for us. Shauna.
And Carolyn, we are going to see that extended period of time start tomorrow and last through at least the weekend, with everyone under at least a heat warning or advisory, with the exception of the beaches, like we mentioned. So this is going to put you at a risk of heat-related illness, those types of temperatures that are going to be running for several days, and the overnight lows don't seem to be cooling down very much. So that's also going to put you at a risk of heat-related illness. And not only are we talking about that, but we also have the risk of fire danger out there with red flag warnings for LA and Ventura County. Now, what we're seeing in terms of these advisories is the basin, the valleys, the inland empire, the mountains and deserts, pretty much almost everyone under one of those alerts. Temperatures at the coast in the 80s, so still looking at some relief there. But it's as soon as you get to the basin where we're going to see those temperatures run between the 90s and the triple digits. Overnight lows in the 70s here over the next few nights. So you really need to take precautions, staying cool. Remember to use that AC if you can and go to a cooling center. If you don't have any AC, we've got that list on our website. Staying hydrated as well. Lots of water and taking breaks if you have to be outside at any point. I'll have a look at those temperatures and show you the pattern as we look ahead at those triple-digit numbers. Back to you.
And NBC4's Macy Jenkins continues our coverage now on the upcoming heat. She is in downtown LA with more on the plan from the mayor and fire chief. Macy.
Hi there, Carolyn. Well, the National Weather Service says this kind of dangerous event only happens once every 2 to 4 years. Now, the worst days, the hottest days, are expected to be Thursday and Friday. That's when officials are recommending that you stay hydrated, check on your neighbors, and try to stay indoors. As temperatures surge towards a possible record-breaking heat wave, LA Mayor Karen Bass and city leaders are warning Angelenos to get ready.
The red flag warning is not within the city of Los Angeles. However, I want to assure Angelenos that we are prepared. The Weather Service has issued the extreme heat warning in the region beginning Thursday through Saturday, with temperatures expected to reach as high as 108 in the San Fernando Valley.
Bass encouraging locals to take advantage of recreation centers, libraries, pools, and splash pads. For people with special needs and disabilities, the city will be extending operating hours at the Canoga Park Senior Citizen Center, North Hollywood Senior Citizen Center, Pecan Recreation Center, and Algon Sutton Recreation Center.
Temperatures this warm will be capable of creating an environment where extreme heat-related illnesses and even fatalities are a possibility.
LASA is conducting outreach with the unhoused population, offering cooling stations in Skid Row and activating 50 hotel vouchers to distribute. LA Fire Department augmenting and pre-deploying critical firefighting services with 4 task forces dedicated to Northridge, Sunland, Sherman Oaks, and West LA. Additionally, a 26-person hand crew is tackling brush inspections and brush clearance. California Emergency Operations supporting the region with additional strike teams, water tankers, and wildland crews from Wednesday through Sunday.
Strongly urge residents to stay indoors when possible, avoid outdoor activities during peak hours of heat, and remain hydrated and check on vulnerable neighbors.
Now, LA Unified plans to limit outdoor activities to keep their students from having a prolonged exposure to heat. Now, also, the staff will have access to pop-up tents, that is, and misting fans on campuses should they be needed. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Macy Jenkins, NBC4 News.
All right, Macy, thank you. And you can stay one step ahead of the hotter temperatures coming our way. If you haven't already, download the NBC LA app to get live weather updates and breaking news sent right to your phone. You can also get the forecast for your neighborhood. Now to Lancaster. NBC4 has obtained this video of a man now considered a person of interest in his wife's death. In this surveillance video, you can see him dragging what appears to be a large, heavy sack. This happened the night his wife was reported missing. NBC4's Darsha Phillips live in Lancaster for us with the newest details. Darsha.
Yeah, Carolyn, the neighbors here at this apartment complex in Lancaster really spearheaded this investigation. They reported Shayla Cabrera missing, and they found that video of what appears to be her body being dragged from her apartment. Chilling footage of a man dragging a large object wrapped in fabric.
It's scary, very spooky. You know, it's very spooky.
Investigators believe the man in the video is 36-year-old Josimar Cabrera, and they believe the object he's dragging is the body of his wife, 33-year-old Shayla Cabrera. Her body was later found in the Angeles National Forest, wrapped in fabric similar to what is seen in the video.
I don't know what in a person's right mind will want to do that to their mother or their kids.
Shayla lived in this Lancaster apartment complex with her husband and their 3 children, ages 9, 6, and 4.
I never had any interaction with the husband. He always seems like mad all the time.
Neighbors reported Shayla missing on August 12th. They said her husband first told them she had been detained by ICE, then said she had left with another man. In fact, it was Shayla's neighbors who canvassed the apartment complex and found the video that they say was recorded around 4 a.m. Sunday morning, August 10th.
He's dragging like some kind of a blanket with something inside.
Neighbors say Shayla had told them her husband was physically abusive. Shayla's parents say they spoke to their daughter on Saturday, August 9th, and say Shayla told them she was going to take her 3 young children and leave her husband. That was the last time they ever spoke to their daughter. After neighbors reported Shayla missing, her husband fled to Peru with his 3 children. He was briefly detained at the airport and the children taken from him and now are in the custody of Shayla's mother. But Cabrera was released because Shayla's body had not yet been found. Authorities here in Los Angeles County are expected to file murder charges against Cabrera and extradite him back to the U.S. to face those charges. Media outlet RPP Noticias in Peru spoke to Cabrera's lawyer, who says that is not his client in the video, and also says that the video had been edited and is not time or date stamped. Reporting live tonight from Lancaster, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
Well, questions still remain about what caused the Palisades fire. Tonight, the mayor's office is holding off releasing its after-action report at the request of the federal government. That's because the ATF is still investigating. Now, the after-action report analyzes what happened, why it happened, and what can be done to improve future performance. The U.S. Attorney's Office has requested that report be held to avoid interfering with the ongoing federal investigation. The mayor's office says upon the conclusion of the investigation, the after-action report will be released in coordination with the United States Department of Justice. It's unclear when that will happen. An update tonight on the search for the missing baby boy in the Inland Empire. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department confirms the car belonging to the boy's father has now been seized as evidence, but so far, no arrests have been made. NBC4's Karma Dickerson reports.
The Haro family returning to their Cabazon home Tuesday evening. When asked for comment, what appeared to be Jake Haro referring us to his attorney, who has not yet called NBC4 back. Day 5, Emmanuel Haro is still missing. And as the memorials to the 7-month-old grow, so does the anguish and the outrage from the communities surrounding Yucaipa.
Candled and say a little prayer that the baby be found, and soon.
San Bernardino County detectives were back in Cabazon today, approaching houses just yards away from a home of Jake and Rebecca Haro. The couple reported their baby Emmanuel missing Thursday night. The mother saying she'd been attacked in a Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa.
I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
That's when I got hysterical, I started panicking.
Something in the parents' account didn't add up for investigators. San Bernardino County authorities say Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview.
If you're an investigator and you're hearing this statement and you're hearing, what the family has said happened, what are the steps that you begin to take to work this case?
We start from within the home and we work our way out. So anybody and everybody that had access to this child gets a very thorough interview.
Moses Castillo is a retired LAPD detective who investigated crimes against children for about 20 years. He's not involved in this investigation, but he feels he has a sense of how authorities will move forward.
Very methodical in these type of searches. So you might see that. And they might even set up some special observations and following people that may be involved to see where they go, where they do.
Meanwhile, community members are making it clear. While they didn't know baby Emmanuel, they'll fight for him. Karma Dickerson, NBC4 News.
Well, new at 11 community organizations are rallying against a rise in immigration operations in Orange County. Yesterday, a city council member in Anaheim raised concerns about an uptick in immigration rates there. Activists gathered at a Home Depot in Garden Grove today where they say day laborers have been targeted and detained, something the Department of Homeland Security denies.
You can't just do this and take our people in the dark. We're going to go out here and we're going to call you out and we're going to show people that we're not afraid of you.
The DHS says they took 3 illegal immigrants into custody Saturday in Anaheim, including one man who they say has entered the U.S. illegally multiple times and has been convicted twice of driving under the influence. Teachers and community members rallied in Westlake demanding the release of a Reseda Charter High School student detained by federal agents. Says walking his dog.
To graduate, it's very difficult. High school student to come in at that age, made on his will and on his, and that's being taken away from him. He